everyone. Today, I would like us to discuss this commonly asked questions. A lot of Scrum Masters have this particular question. A lot of people looking to get into this environment, even those that are already on the job working, they have this particular question that they keep asking all the time. Is a Scrum Master the same as a project manager? What do you think? I'm going to be sharing my opinion on this, and I would also like to hear what you think. Please use that comment section and just share with us what you've experienced, what your understanding is, so that we can continuously learn and grow. So this question will help you understand how to approach your job search. That is, if you're interested in getting into this space, it will help you understand if you're doing the right thing or not at your job. It will help you understand if your environment needs help to restructure their roles. These are the things that sometimes we are just not sure. So that is the purpose of this video. If this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you will not miss out on anything. And as you're watching this video, please do not skip the ads. Watch the ads, because that's really one of the ways that you can support me in return at no cost to you. When you watch the ads, YouTube, give me some commission from the ads revenue. Thank you so very much. Now, let's go into the topic. Is a Scrum Master the same as a project manager? Well, in my opinion, and according to the Scrum Guide, nope. A Scrum Master is the person that supports the team to be able to deliver value to their customers efficiently and effectively through the use of the Scrum framework. Their job is to ensure that Scrum is being applied or implemented effectively and efficiently by the team and the organization to ensure that they are delivering value to their customers. And how they do this is by supporting the Scrum team through the different Scrum events, the 5 Scrum events like daily Scrum, sprint planning, sprint review, sprint retrospective, backlog refinement sessions, sprint itself, just making sure that the team understands these events and how to take advantage of them. Is to also ensure that the team understands their accountabilities. The accountability of a product owner, the accountability of the developers, and also ensuring that the Scrum Master is also doing their own accountabilities, and they're delivering value to the customers. The role of a Scrum Master is to ensure that they understands the Scrum values and they're actually reflecting these Scrum values. The role of a Scrum Master is to ensure that in general the team is living by the Agile ways of working, going by the Agile manifesto, really applying those soft skills in terms of psychological safety, accountability, putting people first, ensuring that the team is delivering value, the team is happy doing what they are doing, the team gets all the support they need in order to stay focused towards delivering value to their customers. That is who a Scrum Master is in a nutshell. However, the role of a project manager is different. And it is different in the sense that as a project manager, going by the traditional role, how the role of a project manager is designed. By the way, I am a project management professional certified. I used to be a project manager. I've also held the role of a Scrum Master. I am also an Agile Coach. So I am talking from a place of understanding because I have been there. I'm talking from a place of my experience because I have been there. So the role of a project manager, what you are accountable for is the triple constraint. And the triple constraint is what? You're accountable to ensuring that the team is delivering the work according to the scope of the work. They're staying within the budget or the cost, and they're working according to they're delivering, meeting up to the time expectation or the timeline expectation. So that is a triple constraint: cost, schedule, and scope. The project manager is accountable for these triple constraints. So as a project manager, how you function in an agile environment, it's not like because of the Scrum Master, the role of a project manager has disappeared. No, it is still extremely valid. But in this case, what you are doing is that you are ensuring that the team has all the support they need in terms of the resources they need, in terms of clarification from you, in terms of direction from the scope of the work perspective, in terms of, so those are the things that you're ensuring that the team has. And then you stay out of the box and let the team do what they know how to do best. So that is the difference between the role of a Scrum Master and the role of a project manager. Now, in a real world environment, the Scrum Master really works with the team day to day. On day-to-day basis. The Scrum Master is really in it on day-to-day basis, because most of the time the Scrum Master is really the one to facilitate the Scrum events. The Scrum Master is really the one to, guide the team. If the team is lagging behind, if the team is demotivated, the Scrum Master is the one to really deal with the interpersonal skills, really apply the interpersonal skills to ensure that the team is doing what they're supposed to be doing, even though the Scrum Master doesn't tell the team what to do. On the other hand, the project manager really doesn't work with the team on day-to-day basis like that. The project manager usually is supposed to stand out of the box after providing that direction, and then as needed, the project manager can keep checking here and there to see how things are going. And most of the time, the project manager also will be that one to roll up the report of the outcome of the sprint to leadership. That is what the project manager really also does in real life, you see. So most of the time, you really see the project manager coming into play during sprint review sessions to really understand where the team is at in terms of progress. The project manager also can be very helpful when it comes to contributing in terms of refining the product backlog, partnering with the PO. When it comes to eliciting the scope of the work, partnering with the PO as well, and stakeholders, elicit the requirements or the work items before translating those whatever they've gathered from the customers into the backlog, partnering with the product owner. So that is where the project manager really comes into play in all this equation. Now, the big question is, and then why is it that most of the job descriptions we see out there is usually project manager / Scrum Master, project manager / Scrum Master / developer / business analyst? What's going on? If these roles are not the same, what is going on? So are you saying that these roles are expecting us to be all these things? Well, the way I can answer this question for you is yes and no. Yes, in the sense that sometimes organizations do things differently, you see, and sometimes it's really coming from a place of they don't have the budget. They want to take one stone and shoot 7 birds, you see. So that's where the problem is coming from. So they expect you to wear all these different hats, and hardly ever is that a healthy way of working. That is usually problematic. You as a Scrum Master, you'll be burnt out in that environment. That's just the honest truth, especially if it's a budgeting thing, and if it's not just a short-term thing. If that's how they plan to, that's their role and that's it. They are not flexible to learn and restructure the roles in the future. Just know that you will struggle in that kind of an environment. On the other hand, it may be coming from a place of that's really the best they know how. Most organizations are still transitioning into this agile way of working, so they don't know the job descriptions they put out there. That's really the best they know how. They're thinking that's who a Scrum Master is, because they clearly don't have a good understanding of the role of a Scrum Master. And then as a result of that, they will come up with this kind of job descriptions. Now, but with this, they still remain open to learning and restructuring their job descriptions, their responsibilities in the organization. And as a Scrum Master, you can really be of great help with your understanding to help them restructure their job descriptions and their responsibilities. So when you join that kind of an organization, you will help them restructure, and then long term or moving forward, they will now be able to have a clarity around these roles, and they're able to separate it and hire different people for this role. That is, if it remains truly needed, you see. So that's one thing. And then on the other hand too, yes, sometimes they expect you to wear these different hats, but hardly ever is that a good idea. Hardly ever, because as a Scrum Master, if you're expected to wear these different hats, you may be spread across too thin. And when you're spread across too thin, one role will suffer over the other. A role will suffer over the other, you see. So that is my understanding of how these roles are structured and the differences between a project manager and a Scrum Master, and how you can come into this thing, So when you're looking for a role and you see those kind of job titles, know that that's where they may be coming from these two different directions. It may be a budgeting issue, it may be of lack of understanding issue. So my recommendation would be, go to that interview and seek to understand. Don't be afraid and don't be intimidated to just not apply. You see, go for the interview and then seek to understand where they are coming from and see. And then based off of what you've learned from them, you can now make your decision if that environment is a place where you would want to be or not. So thank you so much. And please, if you have questions, put it in that comment section so we can continuously address this thing and make clarifications and learn and thrive together. See you in the next video. Bye.